So today we have the next installment in the DC Extended Universe. Wonder Woman is the fourth installment in the DC Extended Universe. And to put it nicely, up until this point, pretty much every movie in that universe has kind of had mixed reviews. I mean, that's kind of being generous, because they're kind of just mostly negative. But is Wonder Woman going to be the one that finally gets them over the hump and gets them critical praise? This film is basically Wonder Woman's origin story before Batman vs Superman, where she grew up on an island, Themyscira, with a bunch of Amazon women, and they're pretty badass, I have to say. But this plane crashes in their sea, and it's a spy named Steve Trevor, played by Chris Pine. And while he's there, he actually warns them all about a war outside called the War to End All Wars. So Wonder Woman actually decides to leave the island and go back with him and attempt to actually end this war and save the world from destruction. Before I go into any detail about anything, I have to say I think this was a really good movie. It's nice that DC for once has a movie that has some color to it and it's not all trying to be dark and gritty. Patty Jenkins actually did a really great job actually putting some life into this universe that it desperately needed, while also finally making a really good superhero movie based around a female superhero. I actually wish she did more movies because I've pretty much liked everything she's done since up to this point. A lot of people might have forgotten by now she directed Monster because it was so long ago. It was like back in 2003, but it was a great movie. But Gal Gadot, I mean, she just knocks it out of the park as Wonder Woman again. She was one of my favorite parts of Batman vs Superman, and here she is with her own movie kicking ass. This time around, she doesn't have to compete with screen time with Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, so she actually gets to actually show off how funny she is and how kick-ass she is. And she has really good chemistry with Chris Pine, too, who was another person in this movie I really liked, in his group of soldiers that I forget what their names are. Of course, it's going to seem like there's similarities between this and Captain America, the first one, just due to the fact that they're set both in wars back in the past and all that. But I mean, obviously the big difference is World War I is Wonder Woman, World War II is Captain America. There are other comparisons, though, but I'm not going to go into detail about everything. Even though this movie is kind of long, it is almost 2.5 hours long, it doesn't really feel like anything could be cut to really streamline the story or anything. Unlike with Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad and all them, who had a lot of important scenes cut, which kind of everybody complained about, then they threw them on the Blu-ray releases when they came out. If there are some negatives to this movie I'd have to talk about, there aren't many, but I wish the villains were more involved in the movie. None of them are bad at all in any sense. It's just that sometimes it kind of felt like an afterthought. So they kind of just show up, do something evil, cut back to the Wonder Woman team, then come back to them doing something evil and so on. And some parts of the climactic end battle scene were kind of underwhelming to say the least, but only parts of it. So I mean, it wasn't a huge deal. I mean, it's still great. But to sum up my grade for the movie, I'd give Wonder Woman an A-. It took several attempts, but the DC Extended Universe finally made an overall really good and entertaining superhero movie. Hopefully this is a good sign, and Justice League, when it comes out later this year, actually is a really good movie too. After how good Wonder Woman was, I actually am excited for Justice League even more now. But anyway, thank you for checking out my review of Wonder Woman. It comes out this Friday. Make sure you go see it. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.